Hi, Monique. How are you?
Hello, Paul. I always want to say good morning,
Well, it
and
is
it's
morning.
your evening. So
Yeah. It's been really rainy and murky here today, but hello, everybody. Welcome to the Spiritual Talk. It's great to be back. Another Wednesday, another
absolutely.
another evening of Spiritual Talk. So, looking forward to our guest this evening. Really excited about bringing this particular person on.
Hmm.
But yeah, so how's things for you, Monique? How is Vancouver?
Well, I'm sure it's much like the UK right now, where you are. Pouring rain,
It is.
100% chance of rain today. And fall is indeed here. We went for a walk, and it's just stunning here in British Columbia with all our trees and leaves. Just absolutely beautiful. So
Yeah.
it felt very meditative as I walked. But yeah, so I'm going to have to buy myself some lighting in here because we're going into winter,
I know. I
and it's
know.
pretty gray in the winter here,
Yeah.
but beautiful.
Yeah.
So we actually have a very interesting guest today, Leanne Turner, um, and she's she well I'll introduce her.
Yeah.
I'll talk a little bit about her. She's a worldwide renowned healer, and she works with both hands on and distant healing. She had an awareness of spirit from a very young age, and she's actually self-taught. So that's kind of we'll be interested to hear about that.
Yeah.
So I guess spirit is her teacher. So she, as they are for all of us, but she'll talk about her experiences. She always works directly from her heart space and with a wide range of energetic modalities. She has worked with animals, plants, children, and adults, and also works as a holistic therapist. And we're very honored to have her as this week's guest today.
Yeah, before I bring it in as well, Monique, I've also been lucky enough to have a healing session with Leanne, and she blew my socks off. And it's such a pleasure to have a friend and to share this experience with us on the spiritual talk. So, shall we bring Leanne in now?
Absolutely.
Here she comes. Hi, Leanne.
Good
I'm really
evening.
sorry. What people don't know at home is you was in your room and
Mm.
you've had to run upstairs because we had broadband issues. So I hope you're not out of breath.
And I'm like,
But but good running skills. That's all I'm going to say. So thank you for joining us tonight. It's lovely to
Pleasure.
have you here, and obviously hello to Dylan, your partner. And like I said, it's lovely to you to join us tonight. But I know you watch Spiritual Talk, and we talk about how people got onto their journey. But
Mm.
please, because you're quite unique, aren't you? And Monique just mentioned that you are self-taught, and that's a whole conversation in itself. That,
Yeah.
but please, how did it start for you?
I remember my mum saying at the age of 2, she had a watch my dad had brought her and it stopped working. They couldn't get it to work, so she put it in a top drawer by the side of her bed and just left it there. And she said one day I walked out of the bedroom with it in my hand, and she's like, "What are you doing, young lady? How did you get that?" And I just handed it to her and said it was working. And she took it and she looked at it, and it was.
Oh, wow.
So I guess that was like a little party trick.
So you realized you had this energy from a really early age, this
I
ability.
think, yeah, I mean, all children do. I guess when you're that age, everything around you, you just think is normal
Yeah.
because you've had no influences of anything else. And obviously, I hadn't had any family or anything that had done things like this. So obviously, wasn't aware of how to nurture it
Yeah.
or anything like that. So
Yeah. So what I should say as well, which is quite exciting, you've offered to do a healing meditation tonight as well. So
yeah,
later on in the program, you've offered to do this. So what we're going to do is bring people into the studio. So we're looking for a few volunteers nearer the end of the interview, and we'll bring you in sort of for the last no more than 10 minutes, sort of 5, 7, 8 minutes. You don't have to come in on camera, but as long as we hear your voice, because we'd like you to give your feedback of the meditation. Can you explain a bit more what you want to do, Leanne, about that?
Okay, so at the moment, it's really important that we're connecting. So, and as the energies are constantly changing, the next stage is all about unconditional love. So
Yeah.
it's not, we tend to be able to give unconditional love outwards, but finding it inwards seems to be a lot harder because we forget about ourselves.
Yeah.
So at the moment, it's about linking. We have these silver cords. So it's about feeling the ripple of unconditional love within as it ripples out from top to bottom and from within us out to our aura and extended, and to connect the silver cords to our higher selves as well as to the center heart space of Mother Earth. So it's
That
just that
sounds very a
ripple of
matter of fact,
unconditional
though.
love.
That is, you're very matter of fact, and I just kind of want to say to people, having been and Monique, you had a little taste the other night, didn't you?
I did indeed, yes, and it was amazing. Very, very interesting experience. Absolutely. And by the way, we will have a few people in the studio here with honor or without the camera or with the camera. It's up to them. But the audience, we'd love the audience to participate if they'd like. So
that would be
as to see what their experience would be.
And I should say as well, Monique, I just adding on a point to that. I mean, don't worry, guys, if you think, oh, do you know, I can't do this because I fall asleep when I meditate. It's not going to be that kind of meditation, is it? It's very much an empowering and it's a beautiful experience. And I know myself and Monique as well, I can speak for you. You certainly feel the power of spirit.
Oh, absolutely.
It's magic, really. It's absolutely magic and beautiful. So it's an honor for me and an honor to be your friend as well, Leanne. So it's lovely to have a friend on a spiritual talk, as well as someone who is probably someone that, well, I've worked with some or received some healing from some wonderful healers over the years, but you're right up there. I can say that. So can we talk a little bit more about your journey, though? I know you said you're self-taught, but what does that actually mean? I mean, how did you get into that kind of healing anyway? What drew you to that aspect of yourself?
Oh, I've had lots of different things happen within my lifetime, and I think you can always say when something of tragedy or tragic happens to you, it's almost like a floodgate.
Yeah.
So I think everything you go through in life you can learn from. Some people choose to close it off, but we all have it, and we're all unique, beautiful souls that can experience it. And it's just about going in and just centering yourself. It's not about hours and hours of meditation and things like that. It all starts with self-love, because once you've got that, you have the patience then to sit and allow your mind to be free. So I think with every bad thing, I always think there's always a light. We've just got to find it, and it doesn't matter how small it is, it's always there.
Yeah.
So you've just got to home into that and don't home into the bad stuff, because that just ripples out. Just find the good and center in that.
Cool. Thank you. So I've just noticed, I'm not sure if Effie is an actual person who watches, guys, so look out for that. I'm not sure, but thank you for blocking Kaylee. Kaylee's in the back there blocking. Sometimes, Leanne, we get people that come on and they put all sorts of stuff. Charmaine's also said there's a scammer, but I think Effie was blocked by mistake. So apologies, Effie, if you have been blocked by mistake, but it is Sadiq. I can't even pronounce her surname. But sorry guys for the scammers, but we'll just keep plowing on. And Kaylee's in the back there trying to sort them out. So we'll carry on regardless.
So I have a question, Leanne. So over the course of time, would you say that you actually felt that spirit was guiding you in a certain direction by possibly coincidences that were too coincidental to be coincidences, for example, or synchronicity? You know, this would you find that in your life? Is that how it started to grow?
Yeah. They're everywhere around you. It's just when you see them. I can remember walking down the street one day, and I can remember going, come on, give me a sign. I need to know I'm on the right path or what I should be doing. And I remember walking down. As I walked down the road, this white feather was floating around me. I didn't stand still. I carried on walking, and it circled, and must have taken about 6 steps with this feather continually glowing down slowly till I put the next foot in front of me and it landed on my shoe. And I was like, I love synchronicities. I mean, look at the clock, and 11:11, 12:12. They're all there. You can turn on the radio and there might be someone saying something or a couple of verses on a song that just take you back to a moment in time that you needed to hear. They're everywhere. And I think spirit are constantly, and they must bang their head against the wall going, I'm giving you signs, you're not listening. Because they're everywhere.
And because you were open to that from a very young age, you were able to recognize these signs. Whereas everyone has signs like this, but not necessarily open to noticing them and to perceiving them as a natural reality of spirit, communication to them or attempt to communicate.
I haven't always. Sometimes I'm sure they smack me around the head a few times and going, it's there. You tend to go along, you go, no, that's not real. And then, you might have, I always think if something happens 3 times, then, pay attention, or somebody said something and they've said it 3 times, you've heard it. They're definitely signs that you should be paying attention. And also, I feel very blessed and lucky. I get very, very good sixth sense. So, I get like a really sicky feeling if it's not right, but I also get like a butterfly, excited feeling. I also get what I call my truth bumps. So they're not just for me; they're for people around me. If we're having a conversation, and there's something in it that they should be listening to, then my whole body is just a massive goosebumps. And it's happened many a times. Somebody might be talking about a job and they go, I've got an interview. And then I go, you're going to get that. And they're like, how do you know? And then you'll hear that they did get it because I've just gone, my little truth bumps have gone all over. That if they say they're going for an interview and I don't get the truth bumps, I don't open my mouth because they're clearly not going to get it.
Yeah.
And you've told me that your abilities are always shifting and moving. So that's really interesting. Can you explain a little bit about that, the pattern of shifting and moving, and give us some examples of how that happened?
Yeah, definitely. So quite a big one for me. I mean, it's not for everyone, but being an empath, I always picked up everything. So I was very ill for quite a while, and we were trying to work out what it was. And it turned around like I was B12 deficient. So my doctor decided to put me on an all-you-could-eat meat diet to help my B12. I was so ill on it, so heavy, and I couldn't cope. And I came off of that, and I was like, I've always done little bits of meat, never been able to handle too much, got a dairy intolerance anyway. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go vegan. I'm going to go vegan for a month and see what happens. So I think it's been about 7 years now, and that was a huge shift because I was no longer picking up the energy from that stuff. And also with my allergies and things like that, it managed to clear my system out a bit. So it made me lighter, which made my healing energy seemed to shift. So that was a big shift for me. They're like all different things, just by eliminating things and being more heart-centered. The more I go within, the more I can do externally. And that's still, even to now, it still fascinates me. It's like if I stand in the garden, and I mean, I do my gardening in barefoot and I must look atrocious, but I don't care because it's just beautiful. And just to feel that energy, it's almost like sometimes I can stand out there and I know that something's not right in the world because the energy is just different. And then when we had COVID and everything kind of came to a bit of a standstill, the energy in the ground just felt different. It was almost like it was rebirthing again. And it's times like that when you just stand there and you can actually feel everything. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, to stand outside is just humming. You think the bird sounds beautiful, but to have the air, everything. And I just feel so blessed to be able to have done that work on myself to be able to experience it.
So I'm just going to come back on that point. Sorry to jump in, Monique, if you was about
Not at all.
But
Go ahead.
that's something I'm really interested in, because a lot of people, again, are going to be sitting at home going, self-taught. That's pretty amazing. And I should have done my homework. I know there was a medium, a very famous medium. And you guys at home, you might be able to give me the name and might know this. And I'm going back to the 50s, but this lady was really famous, but she was self-taught by her guides only. She was very similar to what you're saying, very in tune, with her surroundings, but also the messages she was getting from spirit. And I'm not sure if it's White Eagle. Anyway, my memory's rubbish these days. But yeah, so coming back to that point, what I'm trying to say with you is kind of defining those moments. What has been those key moments that you've kind of linked into that? You realize that you're receiving learning, you're being in tune with that. Was there markers in your, I don't want to call it development, but it is development.
Yeah. It's an evolvement.
Everybody, if they decide to, can be self-taught. We have all of these. Everybody, everything started somewhere. So no matter what line you go down, whether it be reflexology, Reiki, all different types of massage, they haven't been around before anybody else. Someone would have found them. So everything is created from one person. So when we follow other people, we're following in what they've found or what they've been trained. When we find our own niche, which we've all got, we then stay centered in our own light instead of giving our light away to somebody else and following somebody else's dreams. You're following your own. And we are all unique individuals, and we all have a beautiful light to shine. So why shine in somebody else's footsteps when you can shine in your own?
I'm very aware of your aura. I do pick up on people's auras, and I'm very aware that everything you do is heart-centered.
Oh,
and it's like sometimes it's like the sun coming out of your heart.
Oh,
so even when you was talking there, I'm very aware of it, and it's quite moving because you can really feel the presence of spirit.
I get so passionate that sometimes the tears flow, and it's
that connecting with that term being spiritualized. And a lot of people that come into mediumship and development, they kind of, you've almost gone the other way. You've gone into this being spiritualized rather than developing your other gifts. But then your other gifts have come naturally anyway. So you wouldn't call yourself a medium, but you are a medium.
No, I always say leave it to the ones that know what they're doing. I just do. I do my thing, whatever my thing is. I struggle with boxes. You know me. You can't.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody who can be controlled or contained. If you've got it, let it out.
Yeah, absolutely. But you give it out with such, it's just you can see it comes from, like I said, everything you do is heart-centered. You've given me some conversations that have been quite tough, but it's always come from the heart.
Yeah.
And
that's your truth. If you're providing in your own truth, it will always be heartfelt.
Yeah.
It's when you start giving it and it's not true to you, so how can you be true to anyone else? So
yeah,
as long as you're true in here, and it's I've got no time for, I'm not good at lies and stuff like that. What you see is what you get, and I've always been honest like that.
Yeah.
Marmite, you either like it or you don't.
Brilliant. So guys, please come jump on and get involved in this conversation, because I'm sure some of you will have questions for Leanne. So I'm just going to put the banner up. So just to kind of remind you, we are getting to that part of the show already, 20 minutes in already. There's other stuff that I want to talk about, Leanne. So much I want to talk about and try and cram in before we go into the meditation.
I wanted to ask you about your modality, Paul, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, you were talking about the various modalities that you have, and I've read, I'm in the intro, hands-on or hands-off. And I know you do healings virtually. Yes. Can you explain your technique, your abilities, your modality of your practice?
Yeah.
Okay. So I love to connect like this, or a voice is absolutely fine. As you noticed the other day, whenever I start to do any healing or anything, I like for you to connect top and bottom. I love you to feel that ripple of unconditional love. And I always, without fail, I have my hand on my heart, and I always lay my heart over my clients, because to me that symbolizes unconditional. It means I'm completely open. You're getting everything I have to offer, and it's done to make the person feel safe, secure, and for them to completely to surrender to the experience and know that it's coming from such a high place of good intent. And it can be done. Like I said to you, I've got clients in Australia and they've never ever seen me, so they've never, I've never been able to give them a hug or anything like that, but to be able to connect, and then after they're like, wow, how did you even do that? And I had a little while ago, I did it was a family member, and bless him, after he asked if I had a sheet of paper that I read from, and I was like, no. It just comes. And I forgot to explain to him that sometimes light language or sounds, all different things will come through. I always just stand with the person, or connect with the person, and I just, with my hand on my heart, ask that the best can come through for what they need, because we're all unique, we're all different. Yeah. And you could come one week and you need one thing, I might not see you for a year, and you could come again and it will be something totally different, because what we did in that session has been dealt with, so you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And I love doing trauma stuff, to be able to see somebody, later just feel lighter and more relieved, because I've dealt with past life karmas and things like that, and they just feel lighter and freer, and I just think, what a beautiful experience.
There's some really interesting questions. Should we just go straight to the, because I'm just going to hog this otherwise. There's so much I want to ask you about light language. I hope we get around to talking about the codes and light, because that's a new phenomenon for a lot of people. I know it's been around about 10 or maybe longer years. I believe someone told me they've been doing light language for 30 years the other day, but it's
been
got
around a lot longer than that.
It probably has, but it suddenly it's become more and more.
Because more people bring in their past lives to present. So, I mean, when I go to bed at night, I always ask that all my past lives, because I know I've had many. I've been blessed to see some places I've been to, and they're not of planet Earth, and to bring them forward to now so that it can help humanity. And I think that's more and more people are in tap and bringing more things through. I mean, the younger generation, the new influx of these beautiful souls, they're remembering things that, we have to tap in to remember. They're born knowing. So, I mean, I've had beautiful conversations with my grandson, and he tells me stuff, and I'm just like, sometimes I'm a little bit blown away, and then further down the line, somebody else will say something, and I'll go, why didn't I quiz him a bit more on that? Because he got it before somebody else did.
Yeah. We've got questions coming in. Can we go straight to the questions? Monique, I've got one here from Carol, if you'd like to read. Can you see that?
Sure. Carol. Hi, Carol. Even though you're centered yourself, can you still have sad days?
Good question.
Good. We're human. We're human. You all get sad days. We have things that happened, but it's still about unconditional love. Even, not being funny, when you love somebody unconditionally and you lose them, you're sad. So whether you're heart-centered and you're full of unconditional love, you still have your, what I call blippy days. So, if they get too blippy, it's, make sure you ground yourself and stand there, and I just pour light through so that I know that what I'm feeling, I'm meant to be feeling. Submerge yourself in it so that I can accept it, I can understand it, I can love it, and then I can release it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Awesome. We have another great question from Zoe. Do you find it hard to read for your family or work with your family?
I don't read. despite what Paul's just said. I'm no good at that.
I'm going to argue. I'm not going to argue.
No, I work with my family. I mean, my grandson, if he's not feeling right, he's 2, and he'll go to me, Nanny, I need healing. So he'll just jump on my lap. I'll put my hand, I hover. He'll fall asleep on me, and then he always says he feels a bit better when he wakes up. But sometimes he'll look for things on his hand for Nanny to heal. So yeah, I do my mum. I've sent distance healing, like to. Some people can't always accept it, and they struggle because a lot of people feel that you've got to believe, but it's not about that anymore. We're energy. So the greatest people are the ones that don't believe in it or don't do it, and then you help them and they still try and find a reason why that wasn't what it was. Yeah. But that's fine as well. So sometimes it's better, even with family, not everybody understands you or gets you, and that's perfectly okay. It's taken me years to understand that's okay, because we're all different. So when it's like that, I tend to do distant work. So I send it out, because your higher self will absorb what you need. Even if your own earthly body doesn't understand it, your higher self knows what you want and what you need.
Yeah, cool. So does Dylan have healing, or does he like a bit of healing? Sounds a bit wrong. Sorry, Dylan, for listening.
If I say I do a lot of healing on Dylan when he's asleep, that makes me sound like I'm manipulating him. But no, that's when he's most relaxed. In all honesty, some of the best healing I've done on Dylan when he's been asleep, I've had my most enlightening moments. I remember one night laying my hand over him to do some healing, and with that, I was taken over all his lifetimes, and I felt excitement, I felt sadness, I was crying, and I was like, almost felt then that I'd intruded. So I kind of moved my hand, but it was such a beautiful feeling. It's almost like I'd got to know him on all levels more than anyone else would ever know.
Wow.
Beautiful. And then after that, I just laid there, and just the light that poured out of my body was so intense. And then I get things like little things come to me. So I have like little epiphany moments, are they called, or where I'll often think or not understand something, and then they'll give it to me in another way for me to understand it a little bit better. So they always come through on things like that. Then sometimes I get too excited that I open my eyes to see if like I can actually see what I'm feeling, and then I lose it all.
Hence it is spirit that is actually your teacher. That's what seems that's what's happening.
That was very interesting you say that, because the weekend I've just been away, and we were talking about, my friend said to me, so do you know your spirit guides? And then out of nowhere I went, no, and I don't need to, because they're all part of me and they're my past lives. That's how come your spirit guides take you to a certain place. Then when you don't need that anymore, they disappear. It's because we're taken through lifetimes. So I'm always asking that my past lives come through, so I can open up more and help humanity more. And it seems that when I do this, I go through so far, and then the energy that I'm working on, that disappears, and the other energy takes its place. So it's like almost as I go up, I'm going through all my past lives, or coming back down through my past lives, whichever way it's going, so that I'm letting go of the ones that I've already passed. So then I'm going on to the next. Wonderful. And that's how it was shown to me. Yeah, everybody's journey is different, and we all pick up different things, but it kind of resonates with me why I've never felt the need to know my spirit guides, because they're part of my soul journey anyway.
Because that's the question next from Lou Cook. She's asking, hi Lou, she's asking how many guides do you have? But you've just explained that beautifully about guides, and so many people want to know the guides, and I understand that. But the other thing I should say before I forget, Leanne, like, because we was going to come from your do you call it the healing room? You've got your own unique space in the garden.
Yeah, it's like a little, I call it my little womb. It's about people coming in and feeling safe and nurtured, offloading, and then walking out and leaving it all there for me to just surrender it in love. But my grandson calls it my beauty garage. So
okay. It's not actually a garage though, is it? Because I've seen it. It's not actually a garage, it's more of a cabin.
It's an old cart shed. So the energy in it is beautiful. And then, Dylan put his magic hands to work in there, and now it looks totally different.
Yeah, it is good. We're so sorry we couldn't get in there tonight. But also quickly before, so I can show people, I'm just going to quickly put this on the screen. This is your how to contact you. There's a lot of information on what you do. If you want to get in contact with Leanne, just filling here, and there's lots of different pieces of information about the website. So look out for that. If you want to contact, I'm going to remove it, guys, because it might be causing some problems with Facebook. So I'm now going to drop that out. Lovely. So, guys, please contact Leanne through the website. There is, I think we have been putting up, if people want to contact Leanne, there's some details here coming across the bottom. Awesome. Sorry, back to questions. I got sidetracked. So the next question we have is from Stacey. If I've missed someone, I'll come back to you guys. I'm sorry. There's a great question from Stacey. Can you see that, Monique?
I'm still going through, this is Stacey says, I'm still going through healing. What advice would you give to help me through the next hurdle?
Okay. So it depends what kind of healing that you're going through, whether it's trauma-based or anything. I mean, what I tend to do with my clients is none of us like to relive what we've been through. So some people can go to counsellors and talk about it. Some people just bringing it up is just too painful for them. So I'm a little bit of a coward. If I can release all of that without them having to go through it, then I would do it. So what I tend to do is I'll work on them. I'll see where it needs to be fixed. Or sometimes I see the body in grids and stuff. So I always say to them, when I'm working on them, if they feel something or an image comes up in their head of something, someone, or something that's happened, then just breathe it in. Allow yourself to feel it everywhere on your body. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on to it. Feel the pain. Then you're acknowledging it. Then surrender it to love. And then as you surrender it to love, take a deep breath in and just breathe it out. I mean, when I work on people that have had, this is quite close to my heart, so if I get emotional, sorry.
Just take your time.
Trauma things like rape and abuse.
Yeah.
What I need to do is then, when we clear and cleanse, we put a lotus flower where you feel the pain and where it's affected you the most. And then what I get my clients to do is I give them like a 30-day challenge. So I get them to have a book, and I get them to write in the book an internal and an external.
Yeah.
So the internal would be something you love about yourself, your hair, your eyes, your personality. An external thing would be your friends, family, house, job, that kind of thing. And then every day you have to write one item on each, and every day you have to put your hand on your heart and read the list through from top to bottom. On top of that, every day you close your eyes with your hand on your heart and you see that lotus flower completely closed. And every day you surround that area in love. And as you do so, you see one petal, only one petal open, but with so much intent and so much love. And then at the end of 30 days, that trauma is just the most beautiful lotus flower, full of so much love that you've given it. So you've given yourself the love back that somebody else has taken. So that's the best way to describe it. It's just about filling whatever you're going through, whatever healing, fill it with love, because love wins and love overtakes any darkness, and it's pure.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
No, not at all.
I did warn people, you are so heart-centered. It is unbelievable. It's so pure. So Carol's got another question. Hi, Carol. Again, hiya. Do you ask spirit or angels or the creator to help you send healing energy to someone? So I guess on a distance level, Carol was asking, when you're
Do I
sending. Yeah. Is there a difference between your in-person sessions or when you send somebody some healing on a distance level?
No, not for me. They get me wholeheartedly. I don't ask anyone else to do it. I do it myself.
And that process of that, are you setting intentions in terms of asking creator, or do you ask the angels, or do you just trust?
I trust. I have a hard job, as you know, because of conversations. I struggle with religions and things like that. So when I used to do healing, I had many battling conversations about religion. I didn't have a right to be doing what I was doing if I wasn't religious. That's not true. The way I look at it is when before time, or right in the beginning, where if you go back to Atlantis, we were all very, very high intelligent beings.
Yeah.
But greed of all different levels got involved, fear, and we stopped being our higher being. So we stopped being completely in tune with ourselves on every single level. So then things started to come in place. And if you look through all the generations, religion and things like that haven't been around since the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
They have what we've created through time.
Absolutely.
So when we have these things, it's an external, I call it external. So it's something that you can relate to, that you can give unconditional love to. So close those and find it in here. And we're all capable of doing it and giving it. You don't need anything else to aspire to. It's all here. And the more inside you go, the more light you shine. And when we do it within our own power, we're collective. I'm not saying we're all unique individuals, but when we come together, the only way to describe it is we're all beautiful, shiny diamonds, but we're all part of a massive diamond. And a massive diamond has facets. So when we all come together in our own light, how beautiful is that? But when we all come together and you've got one powerful being, all they're doing is just sucking all your light and shining in their own right. Where we're now going, where we used to have all these people that we'd look up to and aspire to, now where it's about being that within yourself, so that when we all come together, it's magnificent. But it's finding that in you. That's the hard bit, is self-love.
Yes.
I tell you, it's so worthwhile when you do it, because you see the world differently. You see beauty in everything. Even the heartache, there's beauty in it.
Yeah. And problem is you're not always in the same place as a lot of people around you.
No.
You know, which can make our existence even harder.
Yes.
Even harder.
So, because you're battling people not understanding you. But you know, it doesn't matter, because we're all on different journeys and we're all at different levels. So it's providing you can just help someone. I mean, my whole life I've had this 10 good deeds. You can do 10 good deeds in a day, you're getting somewhere. And that could be silly little things, letting someone go in front of you for shopping, letting somebody go out in front of you, anything, just 10 little good deeds. But that little good deed that you've done makes you feel good, but you won't ever know the impact that's had on somebody else, because they could have been having a really bad day. You might say to them, oh, you smell lovely, or your dress looks lovely, or it's something so little, but to them will be massive, but you'll never ever know that, but you've touched them.
I believe that's what's termed as instant karma, isn't it? That interaction where both of you feel good because you've done something from the heart for someone, and they felt good because you've made them feel good. You've done something for them, they've done something for you. So that interaction of that energy, doing that 10 times a day is pretty amazing. It's a great philosophy.
Yeah, I've
And it's a challenge in today's time too, with what's going on in the world. Can be a challenge, but seeing through it, seeing the way things the way that you do, Leanne, as you do exactly that. That's the benefit, is actually seeing things for the way they really are and acting accordingly as you do, which is fabulous. It's not an easy thing to do.
But it always feels easy. Do you know, one things I've always loved doing, when you go out and somebody looks very miserable, there's nothing more beautiful than continuing to smile at someone, and then you just see it come back. You're like, thank you. It was free.
Love that. I love that. We need more Leanne Turners in the world, Monique.
Oh, absolutely.
We really do. There's another question here from Emily. If you can see that, Monique.
Yeah, Emily. Emily. Hi, Emily. I keep getting pulled to different countries, visit Scotland, England, and now being pulled to Ireland. Is this pertaining to past life or my guides wishing for me to learn from my journey?
Well, as I've said about your guides, you've clearly been there in a past life. So there's something there it's connecting, because to me, I've not always felt it's just now, and I've been told it, and it just resonates deeply with me. So if your guides are your past lives, then they'll be drawing you there. And by drawing you there, something will ignite in you, and it will trigger something off, a memory or something, and you'll get downloads for it. Or even if you can't, obviously now it's not so easy to everybody to travel, but I mean, even if you can find pictures online or something that you're being drawn to, just sit centered and meditate on it and see what comes through for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's, some lovely comments coming in from people. Guys, if you want to jump on for the meditation, I'll share the link to get in a second. We're doing well for time. There's another, where is it here? Oh, this is really sad for Sue, but I know you can give her something here. It's more of a statement from Sue. I have no self-love because of what's happened to me. Can I ever get it back? Cool, you can feel that, can't you? Yeah, the trauma. Absolutely.
She's an empath there. That's
you really are.
obvious.
Yeah.
Tell her to get in contact with me.
Okay. Yeah. And more questions coming. One from Catherine. Hi, Catherine.
Do dreams relate to past lives? Good question.
Yeah.
Well, everybody views things differently. So, I mean, I've had dreams of things and not recognized them, and they've been symbolic to things that have happened in this lifetime. I also have had visions, and I've spoken about these visions, and then people, a long time ago, I had a vision of my mom and my stepdad going on holiday, but I saw they'd gone on a boat trip for the day, and the weather had changed, and then one had ended up overboard. And so I told them, and I could describe where they would go, where it was. And when I said it to them, they were actually going to book there for their anniversary. So they didn't do it. So I almost feel like they forfeited a holiday for me, but it was very, very real that I woke up like heart pounding and that. So yeah, it depends what it is you've seen. People can pull them apart, but it's what you feel inside. So if you feel it is a past life by what's around, great thing is like clothing and stuff like that to know whether you've gone back in time. I used to have dreams of I still have meditations where I have no legs, I've got fins. So a mer person. So that obviously isn't today, and whenever I've gone back to that, I've always had another shift forward with certain things that I'm doing spiritually. So I think I would be looking at what you've seen in your dream, how far back it goes. Sometimes you don't necessarily recognize the people that you're around, but you recognize the energy, so you know it's that soul. or they can be warning signs of things that are coming up. So I think only you can interpret your dream, or somebody you're sitting down that knows you, kind of thing.
And I can imagine the variety, with all the people that you do, the variety of I should say, experiences of traumas that that people need to be healed from. I'm sure you've had plenty of lots of stories to tell, but of course this is private information. But I can imagine your experiences.
I used to sit in a circle, and I always used to be drawn to when the soul passes over, but they're still here. So can't think what it's called now. I'm having one of those blonde moments. It's gone. But I used to love doing it, and I'll never forget Cheryl, who used to run the circle. She told me many a times, Leanne, keep yourself grounded, because when the soul came to me, I would literally feel everything that they felt on passing. And I'll never forget one night, the person I helped pass over had been stabbed several times.
Oh my!
I could feel it in me, and she kept saying to me, "Stay here, stay here." But it was weird. I had the soul's hand, and I took them right up to the light, and she kept going, "Don't go." But to me, it was that, because I'd felt what had happened to them, it was only pure respect for that soul that I went as far as I humanly could, and then let them go. And then after, as soon as the light, they looked back at me and the light went, that then I was like back in me again. But yeah, when you feel somebody pass over, or energies, like just now feeling somebody's energy, or you be out shopping, and sometimes I'm still overwhelmed. Now, the weekend we were away, and I got very overwhelmed because the amount of people, and I could feel all different bits coming from everyone. Sometimes it's like, oh, I just have to take a step back and ground and center.
I was going to say, you obviously you've developed your own kind of grounding, and I don't like to use the word shutdown because I think that can.
I don't.
I'm
sorry.
Not great, but just bring yourself back to every day.
Over the years, people have told me, cloak, put yourself in a box, do all that, but it never feels right for me, because I have this thing that if I shut down, there'll be one soul that needs me, but is too frightened to ask, but I'll feel it, and I could lose them because I've not been open, so I can't close.
Wow. Okay, well, we're going to rush through because there's a few more questions flying in, so I'm going to say thank you for your questions, guys, because we're going to finish off with these. So many lovely comments coming in from people, Leanne. You've touched a lot of people.
We'll need some time for the meditation as well.
Yeah,
and the feedback.
Yeah, I don't know if you get a chance after the show, if we miss people's questions, if you get a chance to comment afterwards, guys, we'll come back to you. We've got where is it? Oh, okay. There's a lady here. So I'm sorry if I miss your questions. Can you see that, Monique?
What can I do? This is Alishka. Love that name. What
Alishka?
can I do about Alishka? Yeah, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. What can I do about the dreams I'm having? It's been going on for a long time. I feel there might be interference. Can you clear that in a session?
Yes. We're like sponges. So we pick up everything. So I always say it's really good. Doesn't matter how spiritual you are in here. It's good to have a good old MOT every now and again.
I love that.
It is. It's beautiful. It's self-love, self-preservation. You just have a good old session. We cut everything away. We clear it all. And you're just like, boom, I'm back to life again. I've got my own energy. Because we all feel, everyone we come in contact with puts out these little feelers, and they get attached. And, it's like everything. If you're around someone that makes you feel good, it's human nature. You want to be around them even more because you're feeding off of their energy. They're making you feel good. Yeah. So, but sometimes you feel drained by it. So, I mean, if you've picked up something that is linking into you, or we all like to have a good old party, but if you've been out and you've had a good drinking session, great time for energies to latch on. So it's really important to have a good old cleanse and clear out, so that you're then got all your own energy back and can bounce forward again. So yeah, I think I don't tell any of my clients how long they should come to me. I always say, if I pop into your head, you need me. And that's how I've always worked, because it's their higher soul letting them know it's time.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you this question. Somebody has asked, and I'm sorry, Facebook user, I want you to kind of come back on this question. This Facebook user, because they're coming out of a group, because we go into about 8 different platforms. So I'm sorry we can't see your name, but if you go into your settings, you can change that. But they've said you need to shut down or you will burn out, Leanne. Do you agree?
I know my limits, and I know when I've overstepped them. So I'm more than happy to have a chill day in my pajamas, lay on the sofa and do nothing to bring myself back up again. Years ago, I would never have done that, but I feel very blessed to have such an amazing man in my life that he makes me.
Yeah, that's a brownie point right there. That's all I'm going to say. Is he cooking dinner tomorrow night, Dylan?
He's always cooking. I'm very nurtured, but it's give and take. So he nurtures my soul, and I give him unconditional love. I mean, what better balance can you get?
Absolutely. I'm so sorry, guys. We've missed a few questions. I mean, if you don't mind, Leanne, I'll answer a few later in the comments. That would be great. Thank you, everybody, for your interaction tonight. It's been brilliant. It's been an absolute pleasure. But now it's meditation time, which I'm really excited about. So I'm just going to copy and paste the link to come in, guys. I'm going to copy it into all the platforms. Hopefully it will work. Oh no, I think I've lost it. I'm just going to go back. I don't know why I've just lost that. Oh, that's tip.
Oh, he just dropped himself out. Dealing with technology. What he's doing is pasting the link so people can connect and come in.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I managed to get my own link. Oh, that was the first. Okay. So forgive my blushes. Here we go. I'm now pasting the link.
There was me thinking Monique's top was like blushing against your cheeks across the water.
Oh, you know, me and technology, we don't get on. That's all I'm saying. Pause disappear. I'm back, Stacey. I'm back. So if you'd like to click on the link, guys, and come into the studio, it'll be awesome, because this will be an experience, I can assure you.
But yeah, everyone at home connect as well.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. If you're sitting at home, just relaxing, I'm going to put it in again, just to make sure that everybody's got the link. Can you see the actual link in, guys? Here we go. We've got Lou in. Okay, links are going in again. So just press on that and come in. Hi, Lou.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Lou.
Stacey. Hi, Stacey.
Hello.
Awesome.
Hi. Yeah. Oh, hi.
We have Carol. We got Effie. Guys, I'm just going to put everybody on mute, guys. I hope you don't mind. And then we want it, so Leanne can focus on her meditation. So over to you, Leanne.
Right, okay. What I'd like you all to do is get comfy. Everyone at home as well. Just relax your shoulders. And I want you to close your eyes. Okay, so just get comfy. Now I want you to take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe in, I want you to hold. And now I want you to gently breathe out. And as you do, allowing your shoulders to sink, allowing your fingers to come loose and your toes. Take another deep breath in through your nose, hold, and gently breathe out. Now I want you to allow your breath just to find its own rhythm, feeling relaxed and calm. Now, on your next gentle breath, I want you to imagine pure white light coming in through your breath as it slowly works its way down through your throat, through your tummy, through your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet, as it fills your toes one by one. I want you to see this white light come up through to your ankles, as it comes up through your calves into your knees, from your knees up into your thighs, into your hips, as it fills your tummy up into your chest, as it flows up into your shoulders, seeing this pure bright white light flow down your arms, into your fingers, filling them one by one. As this white light flows back up to your elbows, back into your shoulders, into your neck, as this pure bright white light flows down your spine to your tailbone, filling your lower back, mid-back, back into your shoulders. See this white light flow up through your neck, into your head, filling your chin, cheeks, nose, eyes, ears, forehead, and brain. I want you to gently glance down through your body. In any grey or dark areas, just gently breathe into them, allowing this white light to flow through your veins, your muscles, your tissues, and your organs. And when your body's glowing this beautiful, magnificent white light, as you gently breathe out, see this white light flow out through your breath, wrapping itself around the entire outside of your body, from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet. Now I want you to see this white light float 6 foot in front of you, behind you, above you, and below you, to the right and to the left. Now I want you to go back to your heart space, and as you do so, feel a ripple of unconditional love. I want you to feel this ripple all the way up from your chest up to the top of your head. Feel this ripple of unconditional love as it ripples back down through your body, through your throat, through your heart space, your tummy, your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet. And as it ripples down to the soles of your feet, feel it ripple back up through your body, up through your legs, your tummy, back into your heart space. I want you to feel this unconditional love ripple out beyond your body, 6 foot in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, to the right and to the left. Now I want you to go back to your heart space, and I'm going to lay my heart upon yours as you feel this ripple of unconditional love ripple throughout your entire body, from the soles of your feet to the top of your crown. And as we go back to your heart space, you will see 2 silver cords. We're going to take the first cord and we're going to take it down through your body as you go down through your chest, your tummy, down through your legs, down out through the soles of your feet, as we go down the soil, clay, all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, where you see the most beautiful pulsating heartbeat. And on the count of 3, I'm going to get you to connect to your silver cord into the beautiful beat of Mother Earth. 1, 2, 3, connect. And as you do so, I want you to feel this unconditional love as it ripples up through that cord, and as you follow it all the way up through Mother Earth, all the way up, as it goes up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, your tummy, and up into your heart space, as you feel that unconditional love. And as we pick up the second cord within the heart, we're going to take this silver cord up through your chest, throat, up out of the top of your crown, all the way up through the sky. And you will see one beautiful shiny star, which is your higher self. We're going to take that shiny cord all the way up through the sky and connect it into your shiny star, higher self. On the count of 3, we're going to connect. 1, 2, 3, connect. And as you do so, feel this overwhelming unconditional love from your higher self all the way down to your earthly body. Follow that cord of unconditional love all the way down through the sky, down through the top of your head and back into your heart space. And as you look upon your body and feel this unconditional love, you will notice there is a beautiful figure of 8 that comes from your heart all the way up to your higher self, back round through your heart, down to Mother Earth and back round. A continuous, complete flow of unconditional love that flows within you and out of you. I want you to gently place your hand upon your heart and feel this ripple of unconditional love for all that you are, for all you have been, and for all that is yet to become. And I want you to take a beautiful deep breath in. With a smile upon your face, gently breathe out. Slowly wiggle your hands and toes and gently come back into the room. Remember to take a nice deep breath and gently center yourself back within the room. Gently open your eyes when you're ready.
I think we're all back. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Monique's back. Yeah, Monique's back. I didn't know we was going to get you back, Monique. Everyone's been here 5 minutes watching you.
I didn't want to come back.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Was beautiful indeed. Mm-hmm.
So did anybody want to share anything? Just wave at me and I'll unmute you guys. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll start. Can I start? Sorry, I can start with Emily first. Is that okay? Because I'm doing it on the screen. So I'll come back to you, Carol. Hi, Emily.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I felt very emotional to the point that I cried.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I needed that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
My pleasure.
How about yourself, Carol? I'm just going to unmute you, Carol.
I really needed it. Today has been today has.
Have you got feedback? Don't worry if you've got feedback, Carol.
Yeah, it's been a sad day for me today.
Okay. Thank you for that, Carol. I think your mic is playing up, but it's really important. These kind of meditations are really important, Leanne, aren't they? And would anybody else like to share their experience?
Yeah, I can hear 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
2.
I'm gonna have to mute you, Carol. Yeah, sorry. Don't worry. It's a difficult time as well. Astrologically, it's supposed to be quite a challenging time at the moment as well. A lot of us are feeling it. I know I am. I think it's around communication as well. Would anybody else like to share their experience? Hi, Stacey.
Looks like, yeah.
I would like to apologise for my little friend joining in on the video as well, first and foremost. He always has to make an appearance for some reason.
What is it they say, Stacey? Isn't it never work with animals and children?
It's just like the other week when we were with Zane. He was at my bedroom door crying to be let in.
Oh, bless.
So it was pouring at me throughout that, but I felt as though again I was connecting and being told, you know, it's time to let go. My brightest star is my daughter, so I did get emotional again through that, but yeah, I felt like I connected again.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you, Stacey.
No, thank you,
guys.
Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you ever so much, everyone, for coming in. Monique and myself are now going to do some mediumship in a second, but we're just going to say goodbye to Leanne. And so thank you ever so much for coming in studio. I think I can remove you without moving myself this time. So let's see if I can do that successfully. There you go. I did that. Yay.
So it sounds like there was quite a bit of releasing going on in that meditation.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure people at home had the similar experience. I know somebody else has commented as well. So, so it just, I can't believe time's gone so quick, Leanne. I could talk to you all night. And we generally do. We have like 1 hour conversations on the phone, don't we? Well, we should be working sometimes. If my boss is listening, I'm going to get in trouble. So thank you for coming on the show. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Thank you both.
Lovely to have you here.
It has been brilliant. Been brilliant. Thank you ever so much. And we'll have to get you back on again soon.
It would be an honor. Thank you so much.
Take care.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wow. That was awesome.
Yeah.
When you drop someone out stream, you feel like you can talk about them now. I know we're live, but Leanne, it's a privilege being a friend and such a natural ability as well. She's just amazing. So let's work, Monique. I'll be ready. To go. So I'm going to put the link back in. So, guys, if you listen to the information we're going to bring in, here we go. Link is going in. So if you feel this connects to you, myself and Monique are going to link. Did you want to go first, Monique?
Well, I'll have to set up the camera.
Okay.
So please do mention if anything resonates with you in any way, including the drawing, if you recognize it. You actually have the ability, I believe it's set up, Paul, if you have the person, the loved one that I'm sketching on your cell phone photos.
Oh, yes.
You can change the profile picture in your Facebook page, and we can bring that up as validation of the sketch, if you so choose. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just watch for what you're texting here. Paul will keep an eye open on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what we forgot to do, guys? We'll keep sharing, but I know Leanne will still be watching at home. Leanne, if you go scroll through the comments and let us know a name for a free reading. I believe it's my turn, Monique. Is it, or is it your turn? I'm not sure.
I think it might be mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a wonderful opportunity to win a free half-hour reading with Monique. And okay. See, I've been sitting here nervously watching everybody, keep everybody in the stream, and you've had a lovely meditation and connected with spirit, I'm sure. So if you have a contact, Monique, did you want to go first?
Okay, well, they often show their faces to me when I close my eyes in meditation. Okay. Spirit appear instantly. And Paul and I have actually noticed, because we've worked together for a while now, that they come to us simultaneously. And I don't know if you've seen this, Paul, but I did see a lady, her husband came in as well. I was just going to say,
as I said, I've got no one with me. Straight away, a lady stepped in.
Yeah,
so
a lady was there in meditation. Yeah, we've noticed that. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating how we link so quickly now. And her husband, I believe, is passed too, because I saw him.
Okay.
All right, so although sometimes spirit refers to the living, I definitely saw her. So I'll describe what
Okay.
I'm seeing if you can see her clairvoyantly.
Yeah, I've got her, but I'm not going to describe her. I'm just going to bring in some evidence from
So
her.
I feel she's a mother, definitely a mother, and I believe a grandmother as well.
Yeah, I know she would have passed into spirit as a grandmother.
Okay, very good. So now this lady, one of the things that struck me about this lady is that she was wearing a wide-brimmed hat. Wide-brimmed hat. That's how I saw her. And on the hat, there might have been flowers or decorative items, but that was one of her attires that she'd like to wear, especially during a party or out and about at a festival. Okay, and she also liked her jewelry, button earrings, necklace. She wore a ring. I saw her with a ring. She had hair that was longer than mine, but curled. She definitely curled her hair, lighter hair. Okay, maybe she was a light hair when she was younger, and full head of hair and curled, big curls. I would say shorter than shoulder length. Okay, so I'm going to start to draw. Can you connect with her, Paul?
Yeah, I've got her straight away. So she came in, like I said to you, she came in straight away when I said, "Oh, I've got nobody." That's always the way. Okay, so this lady, I feel this is more UK based than America. I'm so sorry about that. Because I know we have a lot of
No
international.
apologies needed.
A lot of international people listening. So I'm going to go to this lady. I already know. I've just heard her talking to me. She's given me the name Stacy, and I know this lady connects with the name Stacy is here. I actually feel it's the lady from the lady that was in the stream. So Stacy, if you're listening, please listen up, because I have a funny feeling this could be for you. I know this is a grandparent, and I know she's been in spirit at least between 3 and 4 years. She's given me the month of May as a birthday as well. Also given me the 22nd as a date that's significant to her. Also, she's trying to give me the name. I'm not sure if that's Reggie or Reginald or Ronnie, actually. Sorry, I had to be off on that one. But okay. Also, I know there was a plumber in the family. She's talking about plumber. I don't think she's talking about her plumbing, bless her. She's talking, and I know, Stacey, do you understand this contact here? I've got this lady. She is talking. She keeps saying the name Stacey. I feel this is grandmother. I also feel that one of her eyes was blood. There was an issue with, I feel it's her right eye, that there was a slight, what do they call that? It's like a bloodshot in one eye, Monique. What do they call that?
Bloodshot on one eye.
Okay, right there. Do you know? Okay. Oh, my granddad is Reginald. Thank you, Stacey. So, Stacey, if you'd like to come in, I really strongly believe this is for you, because I heard the name Stacey, that she was calling out to Stacey, and I know I want to reach out to you. And I know, would you understand the 20-second? Can you please come in, Stacey? If you can jump on that link again, I would really appreciate that. I'm just going to click into that, make sure you can see the post. Stacey says her grandfather, granddad was Reginald. Beautiful. If you'd like to come in again, Stacey, that would be fantastic. I'm clicking on the link again to get you back in. Also, know this gentleman was the gentleman's trying to talk to me at the same time. This Reg or Reginald.
Yes, they're both here at the same time.
Very much, this gentleman is very earthly, shall we say, is the best way I can describe this. He was a roll his sleeves up and get on with things. He's also talking, I'm not sure if it's a Maureen or a Margaret. He keeps trying to give me the name Maureen or Margaret. And I also know there was an issue with his stomach that he's talking about as well. I do believe this gentleman liked his food because he's talking about his food, but I do feel there's a medical issue with his stomach. Can you jump in, Stacey? She's disappeared. Okay, I know they come in with a child as well. I've got a little girl here. I know you mentioned the trauma of a child before, but I am picking up. I've got an Auntie Margaret. I'm having a few issues. Let me keep trying. Yes, please, Stacey. This is really important. Would you understand the May birthday as well that connects to her? And also, I believe I said that it looks like the 22nd to me, what they're trying to give me. Okay. I'm trying. Okay. Do you recognize, if you can't get in, Stacey, don't worry. I know you had trouble whilst you was in the meditation, but do you keep looking at the picture as well? But this couple coming arm in arm, they're such bubbly characters.
They certainly are. I feel that too. A lot of
really
laughter.
Because I'm seeing them and arm in arm, and celebrating together, just being life and soul of the party at times. Okay.
Can I speak at this moment, Paul?
Yeah,
I just
please
want to
do.
talk a little bit about him as well. Yeah, they are both of the light of the party. Yes, and they enjoyed, parties, festivals, celebrations, festivities. I'm seeing him in a cardigan, well-dressed man, sense of humor, laughing. They're very similar, the two of them. They love to laugh.
Yeah, and
to go out, I feel, and enjoy
the more I feel this, and the more I can see Stacey's picture, I can see that full face. Sorry, you've got a full face. I lovely full face, rosy cheeks, and I feel that with the lady as well. This full face on her. And I also know she's also making me aware that there was some kind of thyroid issue that she had. I felt that she had issues with her weight going up and down in her life, but more later in her life that she struggled with that. But then I also, I don't know if you're still there, Stacey. Would love to hear your voice. If not, not to worry. We'll still bring this message through. There is a child in spirit around them. I'm fully aware of a girl in spirit. It's not letting me in. Let me try and cut and paste again, Stacey. I'll try this again because I'd love to hear your voice. This is clearly an important message for you. Okay, here we go again. I'm trying again to send the link. If you can come in. I know it's a bit cliche that everyone in that generation smoked, but I feel the gentleman smoked, but he smoked tobacco rather than cigarettes. It was a tobacco tin that I can see with him. Here she comes. Oh, fingers crossed.
I'm here, about to come through YouTube.
Oh, wow. Made it. You've made it. Thank you very much for coming in.
So I don't know how much I've missed or anything else like that. I do apologise.
Would you understand? Because I'm getting Reginald, the name Reginald.
Reg is my my nana's husband. Okay. Helen knows him, my cousin Helen, obviously.
Yeah. She can't make it tonight. She's got a little job. No,
she can't. Okay. She's messaged me, so
hopefully she'll watch it in the catch up. So I know it's a family connection, but they kept saying Stacey. I could hear it. Stacey, it's clear as day. But the cheeks, look at her cheeks, are similar to your cheeks. Would you understand that? I'm also aware of a young child in spirit with her because she comes in with a child in her arms. I'm so sorry. I know this is important to you, and I'm not going to do this live on air, but she's making me aware of the child she has with her. Okay? Beautiful. Would you understand the 22nd?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You understand that information. So much love coming from the other side. Yeah, would you understand? Granddad used to whistle as well. He used to whistle.
My granddad Poppy, Alan, he always used to whistle.
Love it. I'm hearing whistling. So
yeah,
would you understand the tobacco tin as well? And this particular gentleman was always full of stories. Always full of stories. And he was both of them. I know there's more than two here, but I'm trying to keep focused on the two, and especially the lady. They were the life and soul when they were on good form. Would you understand that they were life and soul when they were on good form? Would you understand the stomach issues that the grandfather had?
It didn't start with stomach issues. It started elsewhere.
Okay.
Well,
first things first, he showed me how much he loved his food.
Yeah.
And I felt that he used to eat very heavy pies, steak and kidney pies, that kind of food that he was giving me.
Yeah.
And this gentleman loved his food. And I do know there would have been an issue of him with the food at the end, because he talked about his stomach being a problem.
Yeah.
Also, the lady talked about having some kind of thyroid or an issue with her metabolism. Would you understand that? There was a weight issue with that.
Yes.
Okay, that's brilliant. Monique, do you want to add some more?
Do you recognize the sketch, Stacey?
It looks like my great grandmother.
Wow.
Interesting.
I never met her.
Okay. You do have photographs of her.
I've seen photographs of her, yeah.
Wonderful. And I don't know if you saw a photograph of her with a hat, a wide-brimmed hat.
My nan's probably got some, because that looks like my nan's nana.
Who used to go to the races?
My granddad Poppy used to work at the races. He used to be one of
what Monique's saying about the hat. I feel this lady would have gone once in a blue moon. It would have been a marvelous treat.
might have been Aintree.
But I feel like going to the races, and that's why I think the hat comes in, Monique.
Yeah.
Right. I do feel the hat was for special occasions, wide brim hat with something you would wear it to the races, for example. Yeah. And husband with her, the two of them together, when they would go out. They did come in together, definitely.
Okay.
But
I've got another gentleman just coming standing next to me here trying to get my attention as well. Hang on a sec, buddy. Literally just anyway. This is one lovely contact. I just need to, I know we talked about the child. I'm not going to do this live on air. That was the biggest message. Okay.
Yeah.
I will send you this picture.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're very welcome, Stacey.
Thank you. I've had some fantastic readings from you the past couple of weeks. It's been magical, so to speak. Can I say that?
Bless you. There's also something about sometimes you put a plaster over something really massive and you just get on with it.
I find laughter is the best medicine at times.
Yeah. Sometimes a plaster over even the biggest hole, you just get on with it. That's definitely. I feel that indicative of your family. That was very much something that's come down your family.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Who's the child that they've got? Are they?
It's a young girl.
Baby.
Yeah.
That's my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
She comes through with a great deal of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel. I know there's been some time since the passing, but I am aware that this lady was there to receive the child.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I do feel with her, there's a very big instinct of the mothering nature, like what do you call that? Like a midwife, that kind of feel to her.
Right.
I don't want to make an assumption whether she had children or not, but she gives me that feeling, very maternal.
Yeah.
Very maternal.
Yeah, that's.
Well, we're going to leave her love with you. Thank you so much for coming in.
We are going to finally
try and get one more in because I've got a gentleman. He's literally pulling me like this. Come on. So I'm good. If that's all right, Monique, is that okay? We do one more.
Well, we have 8 minutes.
We'll see what we can do, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're very welcome. Very welcome, Stacey.
Yeah, Monique, what a beautiful picture that is. When I go into spirit, I don't always appreciate how good your drawings are because I'm in spirit.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, it's amazing how we link instantly like that. Yeah. So let's do it again.
Can you feel the man? Sorry, Stacey, I'm going to have to drop you out now.
That's fine. I shall see you both next week. Thank you. Love and light.
Before you go, though, don't go too far. I'm going to drop you out of stream just in case this young man is for you.
Okay, that's fine.
So just in case, because sometimes we'll get that. We can get a lot coming for the same person.
No, that's fine. I'll just wait in the background.
Lovely. Thank you. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Stacey. Right. Okay, Monique, I've got a young man that's pulling at my collar here, wants to get a message across. Now, the young man, I do feel that he passed into spirit. He's smartened his act up, he's telling me. Smartened his act up. He's cleaned himself up. I know he lived his life 100 miles an hour. he was here, there, and everywhere. He's also telling me he's put a little bit of weight on as well. I'm seeing him around about 28 to 32, that time of his life. But I know this gentleman would be, I feel his gentleman would be almost in his 40s now. There's a real sense of him wearing, well, not real sense. He is wearing a really nice attire. But I know when he was here, he would wear ripped jeans and T-shirts, and he'd be a bit of a beach bum, this guy, and live life to the full. Now, the more he gives me this, the more I'm picking up what he's saying about his past. And I feel it was an accident, but kind of an accident of his own doing, if you make sense of that. It's really important that we bring this through. Do you understand this, Stacey? Because you're nodding. Okay, I'm sorry, Monique. This is for Stacey again.
Oh,
you understand this, Stacey?
I think I know who it is. Yeah.
When I had your grandparents say, this young man is so really trying to get me, like he's literally putting me across here. So I've never had such a forceful contact come in, literally physically trying to pull me across to him. So you need to hear this. He's telling me he's cleaned up his act. Would you also understand the August birthday he's trying to give me? Happy birthday. And he's also giving tulips as well. I feel that's to his mum, the tulips. It would have been to mum. Or is that Nan? Mum or Nan? I'm not sure. Okay. He's giving me tulips. And I feel that's towards mum or Nan. It could have been to one of the ladies we had here. I don't know. But, okay. But would you understand? He keeps giving me the same impression that he was a bit of a beach bum. He's a bit of a bum. And but because he keeps laughing, because he comes in, he's a bit like me. He's got a blazer and a jacket on and a t-shirt, and he's like, I've cleaned my act up. I'm absolutely clean. Would you understand why he's saying he's absolutely clean?
Yes.
Okay.
And I also understand the beach.
Cool.
As well.
Cool. Would you also understand that I treated people not disrespectfully, but not appreciate them?
Yeah.
And it wasn't that he didn't want to. He just had his head in other places. He's making me aware that he was someone that struggled to be grounded. He was here, there, and everywhere. I also feel tragedy and loss in his life. Would you understand the loss in his life? Because he's talking about the tragedy and the loss in his life. He's also trying to give me, I don't know why he's going, but he's also talking about the month of May that connects to him.
He died.
Okay, you understand the month of May that connects. Okay, because he's actually showing me May rather than telling me. Okay. 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 Would you understand? Okay. He's talking about being in trouble with the police as well. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And okay. He's talking about the gentleman as well. Oh my gosh. The gentleman with a beard, a lot fuller beard than mine. Mine's quite a trimmed beard. He had a lot fuller beard. His gentleman, not the contact that we're bringing through. He's talking about this other gentleman. I feel he's in spirit who had a heart attack.
My dad had a heart attack.
This gentleman had a beard because he's talking about the gentleman in spirit who had a heart attack.
My dad had a heart attack and it killed him.
Okay, but we understand the beard as well, though, with this gentleman.
Yeah. My great granddad.
Okay.
My great granddad, my step granddad, he used to have
a full of beards I've got here, and there's a sailing connection here as well.
No.
Sailing connection. What somebody was in the Navy or sailing, because I keep getting a sailing connection. If we're going too far back, it's not him. He's talking about this other gentleman had a sailing connection in the family. Okay.
But that drawing there looks like my ex-partner's dad.
Right. Okay. Would you understand him then if we're going over to that? Him having the beard at one point, but the heart attack and the sailing connection.
The heart attack, yes, because my dad died of a heart attack. But that drawing there looks like my ex-partner who has passed away, who was a beach bum, and it was a tragic.
So that will make sense why they both come in together then.
Yeah, maybe.
There is a connection with a sailor. Okay, because he's trying to tell me about it, and I know there's a lot of people in spirit. I also know that particular person. I'm kind of worried that I'm going over to Helen. That they're telling me about Helen's contacts.
Yeah.
That could be Helen's dad. I don't know how that
Yeah.
linked in. But there's a sailing connection. Somebody who would have won awards for sailing and
No.
that kind of thing. Okay.
No, not for sailing. Not that I can.
Okay. Just
My
hold on.
dad used to go sea fishing.
No, I'm not going to take that. As much as I
No.
want to, it's like, oh yes, of course. I'm not having that.
No.
No, I'm trying to come back and focus on this particular gentleman because he's lovely because he's talking about other people, but I want him to focus and give me some more evidence and talk to you. Okay. Now, would you understand there being a user as well?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's again, he's trying to emphasize that's all gone. Also, he's trying to give me this initial M that he's trying to give me. It's either a May or Megan. I know we did a May passing. The M, he's still trying to give me the initial M. I also feel with this gentleman that it was more than just being a user. I think there was drink with him as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's literally pouring his heart out, this gentleman. I feel there's a real sense of him, the way he's talking is if like there's a sense of not asking for forgiveness, but trying to let you know that life that he had, he's moved on from that, learned from that. Would you understand that?
Yeah, the M for me is where he passed away.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Which was Malia.
Okay. Is there a viaduct near you? Because he's given me this train, like a viaduct between these hills.
Not where I live now, but in the northeast where I did live, you had the Durham Viaduct.
Okay. Well, I just need this. Even now, is pushing me to tell you that I love you, and that is as simple as that. Sorry, Monique. Did you want to carry on? Did you get some more evidence?
Well, I'm just listening to you, Paul, because you're talking about more than one person. So
yeah, there was a couple, but I came back to him in the end. But I believe you've got his father, Monique.
Yeah, that looks like George.
Yeah.
Okay, the father of
the gentleman that I've got through.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like George.
Great photo. Great. Well, it's not a photo. It's a beautiful piece of art. It's just, I love that.
You can see the personality in that face, definitely.
Yeah.
I knew by the eyebrows straight away. They both had very special eyebrows.
The soul comes through the eyes. You can see a lot about a person through their eyes.
Yeah.
And that's the first place they come through in the sketch, is in the eyes. So shall we leave that with Stacey?
Thank you, Stacey. Thank you, Monique.
Thank you, Monique.
We'll get that. No problem. We'll get that to you as well, Stacey.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Pleasure.
You're very welcome.
Pleasure. I will ask Leanne to pick a name for a free reading. And we don't actually get the opportunity to kind of pick with spirit. It's just who comes through, Monique, isn't it? We can't say, oh no, that lady's just had a reading. We literally can't stop that. It's
happened to us in a live demonstration where spirit has come through for me from you, and we are supposed to be doing the demo for the audience. It's happened the other way around as well.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I believe myself and Anthony were doing one, and his dad came through. And I've had my father come through with different people. So when it's both, absolutely. So you just don't know who's going to come through. And it's always a pleasure to be working and have spirit around us.
It is, yeah. The idea is to that's what I attempt. That's what we attempt for. That's what we aim for, is the sketch to link to the person that's coming in the reading. But sometimes spirit chooses, for example, if there's grandparents, grandfather might come in a drawing, and grandmother might come in the reading. I mean, if I and my partner were on the other side, why not take advantage of that, So it's hard to know.
It is. And sometimes, when I hear the contacts, I feel the excitement as well when they want to communicate. Can you imagine though, Monique? We live in a time of mobile phones now. We can just do that, ring someone up that we love. That's it. Can you imagine not speaking to someone for 5 years that you love, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I've got a chance to say to my loved one, I love you. So, and that sounds so simplistic, but it's so profound. It's so beautiful. And
in my experience, they always come through in love and support.
Oh, that's exactly what I was about to say. And I wish I could try to get that across. The love that comes through from spirit, I feel in my heart, it just moves me every time. And it's always a pleasure. So it's been an absolute pleasure, Monique, tonight. Again, as always. Mm-hmm. And thank you to Leanne. It's been brilliant. Do we pick one, or shall we just let someone know from the comments? We'll get Leanne to pick, I think. Should we?
Oh, okay. So is she still around, or
no? But I'll get her to have a look through the comments. She was going to have a look, and because we missed some of the questions tonight, so apologies to that, guys. We could have spoken to Leanne for a lot longer, but it was a wonderful evening. I've really enjoyed myself. So thank you again, Leanne. And also Kaylee in the background there, getting rid of the cameras. Thank you, Kaylee.
Maybe should we not announce the winner of the reading during the show here?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll. Since it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'll let you pick. How's that?
Oh, that's exciting. Okay. Okay.
Then I'm not biased.
Okay, I'm just going to spin it. Oh, Paul Bannister Medium's one. Oh, sorry.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm going to go for somebody we haven't seen before. Can we go for, do you know Emily Kathleen?
Yes, I do.
Have you read for her?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Should I pick somebody else then? Or Emily I might get in trouble.
It was fair and square. So it was fair and square. So if Emily Kathleen is happy, I'll do another.
Okay.
This is for a 30-minute reading. So she enjoyed the last one, definitely.
Good. Well, it just brings us again to say goodbye to everyone.
Yes.
And we'll be back
until next week.
Until next week. So as I used to say, bye for now, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Bye for now. Bye. Bye.